Lucy, what is the absolute latest in this Tom Brady drama?
Well, drama expert, good morning, could be the name. I would like to go with that, please, because the drama keeps unfolding with Brady and Giselle. And you are absolutely right. They put themselves out there as a couple. They are famous on their own, but they're doing ads for Brady brand literally in their bathroom in their home where Brady's just in his underwear and almost not even that. So things like that, every birthday, Mother's Day, Earth Day, they're posting gratitude to each other. So when something like this happens where Brady is stepping away from football after he very strongly said he's coming back to football and he's not completely back, we want to know why. We should know why. I feel like we have a right to know what is going on. So when he comes back and says that he has personal problems, everybody has something going on in their life. His teammates are saying they're praying for him. And then the New York Post drops this whole thing about how they are having problems in their marriage. I believe it. I believe what the Post is saying, that there are issues, that Giselle, maybe she fled to Costa Rica. If she did that, she's back now because she and the kids were seen at a water park in Miami. So she's back now, but and looking great in a black one piece. That's what the article said. So I believe that there are issues, but I have a lot of questions about what these issues are and the timing of them. Why now? You had all summer. You had all summer to get all these issues out and work on these issues right at the start of football season. That's when Giselle starts freaking out about Brady coming back to football. Odd, but also this is kind of the year where we're finding out Brady is not as perfect as we thought he was. We're finding out that he was talking to the Raiders when he was still with the Patriots and the whole thing with the Dolphins, and he was not as very clean cut and focused as a player with the Patriots and committed. And now this, and we're finding out it's a little bit almost refreshing that he's not so perfect, and he also has marital issues as anybody does. So yes, I believe what's going on, and I absolutely believe that these are the issues that he stepped away for. Big thing today. So on the Let's Go podcast last night, which is one of the 100,000 things Brady has on his plate, along with football, Brady brand, TB12, NFTs, the Let's Go podcast with Jim Gray, he said, my oldest son is playing football now, a freshman in high school. My 12-year-old son has his own life. My 9-year-old daughter has her life, and I have parents. Anybody else in your life, Tom? Anybody else that you could have mentioned in that little paragraph in that sentence? He did not mention Giselle. She's got her own things going on, and where Brady is never one to step away from complimenting Giselle and praising her and just showering her with compliments. Didn't mention her in that little paragraph there. So interesting to me. And I do think that I think the big thing this season is Brady is regretting returning. He's full of regrets, and or if he's not now, he will be. He's going to be very regretful this season because he's not going to enjoy it. This, I believe, is his last season in the NFL. He's going to feel guilty every time he's out on the field because he knows this is against what Giselle and his family want, or what Giselle wants and what is best for them. And he is not going to enjoy his final season, and he should have stayed retired, I think will be the big thing that comes out of the season for him.
We're talking with Lucy Burdge, BetQL writer, drama expert, and host of Back to the Futures each Sunday night on BetQL. So, Lucy, based on what you know, and it's okay to speculate, that's what we do on this show, you know this couple as well as anyone can from the outside. So, and I'm not placing blame on either side, but how does Tommy save his marriage?
So this, that's complicated. I think what he would have to, I don't know, quite honestly, because I feel like the main issue is that he's coming back to football, and he's back to football. So I think it's that he will be dedicated to the kids, but how? Like that, the problem I think is that Giselle, her issue, which I think is justified, is that she has been with the kids the whole time he has played in the NFL, and his career continues and continues and continues while she retired from being a supermodel, and Brady has given up opportunities to put his career first. And so you could say, so she married an NFL player, she knew what she was getting into. Neither of them, and they have said this, knew his career would last this long. It has gone on for over 20 years now, which is great for Brady. That's great. And she, I'm sure, is as supportive as anyone can be. But I think she's had it. She has absolutely had it with him saying, I'm going to retire, I'm going to do this and that, and then not doing it. But that's why my question is, why now? Why at the start of the season, and why not when he said, I'm coming back to football? Did this happen? So I think to save his marriage, I think they will plant a bunch of trees and celebrate the earth and celebrate life and prosperity and get back to the roots of why they love each other, because they have had issues before where they got to a point where they said they were working with a marriage counselor and writing letters to each other about, and that's how they were communicating about what the other means to the other one. So I think they will get back to doing things like that. And this is just a little bump. But I mean, I think in terms of the Buccaneers' futures, I think the stat that every year J-Lo gets married, Brady wins a championship gets negated if Brady gets divorced. That's where we draw the line, I think. And if this is as close, I think, as we've come to that being a factor, because he's missing football time for this now, which I think is a big red flag for where they are in their marriage. So I think in terms of saving it, I think they have to get back to realizing why they love each other and get back to a peaceful space in their marriage.
Well, Lucy, here's the thing. You kind of touch on this with the Super Bowl and your theory with J-Lo getting married and Tom Brady winning a Super Bowl. But how much does this actually affect Tom Brady on the field? Because one trait we have seen from the greatest athletes of all time is the ability to compartmentalize, to leave all that extra stuff off the field. And once he's on the field, he's ready to go. So do you think this actually has an effect on Tom Brady this season?
Well, this is why I am very eager to see what the Buccaneers look like in week 1, because I don't see how it doesn't. I know he is an expert compartmentalizer, and that is why he is where he is professionally and is the greatest of all time. However, he had to step away from football for this. That is bizarre and really, really a big deal, I think. So and also the way he came back, how he looked at that press conference, he looked disheveled. He looked rattled. He did not sound excited. He sounded tired. He sounds very tired. And Bruce Arians is saying that he has never seen, even Bruce Arians, who's not even the coach anymore, who Brady moved away from the coaching position so he could come back. Like, he formed this team just for himself, and now he's stepping away. This is bizarre to me. So I think it will in part affect him on the field, and that's why I wouldn't take the Buccaneers in week 1, but also to win the Super Bowl. And I think if he drops, if he gets sacked, if anything happens to Brady on the field that is negative, people are going to say, where's his mind at? If he has a bad game, is he thinking about Giselle? Is that what the problem is? And I think it could happen. But anything that happens to him, interception, anything, I think it's going to be placed blame on his personal problems off the field. And I think it will affect him. I don't see how it won't. And because in his mind also, no matter what, he's thinking this could be my last year. And I think he's also just tired. So yes, I think it will affect him on the field, because we're at a point now where he's, again, missing time for this. So something's going on that's a big deal, and I think it will affect him going forward.
Lucy, we have about 3 minutes here, but I did want to ask you about Patriots at the Dolphins. The Dolphins are laying 3 points at BetMGM, and I think you're actually on Miami. Is this right?
I am. I don't trust the Patriots. I know that Belichick said that we have not seen anything from anybody in preseason, from the Dolphins, from the Patriots, because they haven't used the game plan that they're using in week 1. Well, why not? Why? I don't trust Mac Jones. I don't trust Belichick and what he's trying to do with Joe Judge and Matt Patricia and the play calling. And I don't trust them. So right now, week 1, I would not take the Patriots. They don't look good. I don't care what your game plan is, whatever. You don't look good. So I have to see what they look like in week 1. Maybe they will surprise me. Maybe they'll be great. But right now, I would stay far away from the Patriots. That's why I'm on Miami -3. I don't know what they're doing. I know Belichick is very confident and saying he's very confident, but that could also be Belichick. That could be a tactic. So the Dolphins think, oh, Belichick's confident. They're going to look different than they did the preseason. I don't know. So week 1, I would not take the Patriots based on what I've seen so far from them.
Well, also, the Patriots have had a ton of demons when playing in South Beach or wherever the stadium is. I know it's not exactly South Beach, but I will say one person who's not having relationship struggles is Mac Jones. I continue to see his Instagrams with his girlfriend, Sophie, and oh my goodness, they're just so sweet and so cute. All right, drama expert Lucy Burdge, great insight today on the Patriots, on Tom Brady, on all things Boston as usual. She's Lucy Burdge. Follow her at Lucille Burdge, the host of Back to the Futures each and every Sunday night on BetQL. Lucy, thanks for your insight.
Thank you so much. Mac and Sophie forever.